All right. Hey, everybody. This will actually be the first vlog going up on my Nikki Knows Best YouTube channel. And yeah, Nikki Knows Best. As you see more of my videos, you'll kind of get my drift of where I'm going with that name. But if you already know me, you may know that yeah, I do think I know what's best. And a lot of times I do feel like I know what's going on and the best route to go because I'm an objective thinker and because I have educated opinions and da 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 and blase blase. But that isn't what this video about. This video is letting you all who don't know me get to know me. So I'm going to do 24 things that you may not have known about me, or 25 reasons, or not 25, 24 reasons just to love me. Just 24 facts about me that you probably don't know. If you do know, then kudos to you. You actually know me better than a lot of people. So just go ahead and get on into it, just so I don't run up the time on this vlog. My first name, number one, not my first name. Just to go ahead and get on into it, number one is my middle name, which is Natasha. And that's, it seems like something boring to talk about on the first point, but I call people by their middle names. I really am interested in middle names. Like, all through high school, I would just learn random people's middle names and I would call them either their middle name or I would call their full name, like first, middle, and last name, when I saw them in the hallway, like ignorantly loud. It's just something I like to do. So for those who don't know, my middle name is Natasha. The rest of my name is Nikki Robinson, for those who don't know. So it's Nikki Natasha Robinson all together. Number two is my zodiac sign, which is Aquarius, and you're going to hear me talk about astrology a lot when you look at my video blogs, because I'm into it. I'm really into the cosmos and why we're here and how the heavens have an effect on our behavior here on earth. I'm all into it. I geek out on that stuff. So I'm an Aquarius. For those who are more into it like myself, who understand me, go you. I am an Aquarius sun, I'm a Leo moon, and I'm a Pisces ascendant. So basically, my overall personality, the stuff that you see on a daily basis here, constantly every day, is Aquarius like stuff. I'm cool. I don't care too much about a whole lot. Live and let live. That's Aquarius. My moon is basically how I am emotionally when no one's watching, like the person I am at night when I'm here all by myself. A Leo. And I have very strong feelings. So sometimes I might go on a rant or two or three or four. And I'm going to post them on my video blog from now on, just to go ahead and let my thoughts and my opinions and stuff be heard. So that's the Leo moon part of me, and Pisces ascendant. And I think of all of my signs, I'm most proud of Pisces ascendant, because Pisces, they're very unique people. I've never met two Pisces who are the same. They're always, kind of weird, or maybe not weird, but just out of the norm. And your ascendant sign is what other people get from you. So basically, when people meet me, you can kind of tell that I'm not your average. I hate to say it that way, but I'm like, a Bigfoot sighting. It's it's a rare happening, to be a 90s kid like myself, who's unfazed by the new millennium media and all these silly trends and whatnot. To just be that, the person, the little girl who I was in the 90s, who just grew up into an adult, who didn't start, turning up and planking and doing fire challenges and pass out challenges and twerking and wearing 26-piece weaves. I don't even know what that means, but I'm just not that person who fell into those trends. So I don't even know how we got on that, so I'm just going to go into number three. I talk so much sometimes I don't even know how I get on certain topics. Anyway, number three, you see my hair. I am a natural girl. I've been natural since May of 2010. That was the last time I got a perm. I think it was like within the first 2 weeks of May in 2010, I stopped getting perms, and that was just it. I just stopped. I did my last perm, and that was the last time I got perm. I had to start transitioning from there. And I did my big chop on Thanksgiving Eve. Like basically the night before Thanksgiving, everybody meets, to go to families and you go to dinners and whatnot. Yeah, I cut my hair the night before that. So basically the whole next day I was just spent explaining why I did what I did, why I cut my hair, or what I was gonna do with it, whether or not I was gonna dread it up. And at the time, I didn't think I was gonna dread my hair up. I never intended to dread my hair up, but I ended up putting 2-strand twist in my hair in October of 2011, and I individually plaited all of my hair in 2-strand twist, and those eventually led to dreads. And I 2-strand twisted my hair because of the little boy you just seen running up in the background, who's gonna try to get into the camera, but I'm hopefully not gonna let him get into it. I dreaded my hair because I was pregnant with him, and natural hair is a lot to put up with. Yeah, the ice cream man, you heard him? Yeah. The natural hair is a lot to put up with. So I decided I was just gonna twist my hair up and let it stay like that instead of having to do it every day. And these twists ended up turning into dreads because I just kept retwisting them. I had little fine twists and I just kept retwisting them, and they turned into dreads. So I've had my dreads. October will be 3 years now. I'm 4 years natural, like 4.5 years natural actually. 3 years dreaded. My hair, it may not look like it because of shrinkage, but don't let it fool you. My shit does touch bra strap length. It does hit the middle of my back. So yeah. On to number 4 of the 24 things about me. And this is really random, but I just looked up and saw it and decided to tell y'all about it. I own a VCR, and I actively look for VHS tapes, like thrift shops and all of that. I love it. Yard sales, love it. I have to find me a couple of tapes every time I go out somewhere, and I'm able to find like VHS tapes for cheap, because that's what I do. I like old stuff, and it seems like all the best movies were like on VHS, meaning they came out a while back. The newer movies have nothing on movies that went to VHS tape. I'm just gonna say that. Number 5, speaking of VHS, I graduated from Valdosta High School in 2008, and I was a top 10% of the class graduate. I graduated with honors. You would not be able to tell by the way I act on a day-to-day basis, but I am a very smart person. And that's not saying I do dumb stuff, but I'm just really chill. I don't care about flexing my smarts and intelligence. It just kind of comes across after you get into conversations with me and get to know me a little better. It just comes across that I have sense and might know a little something. But other than that, you really can't tell. And it was even more evident. Well, it was even more non-evident that I was smart back when I was actually in high school. Because the year I graduated, I missed 28 consecutive days, and somewhere around 15, 16, other days. But basically that's saying that I missed the whole month of February, my senior year of high school, 28 whole days, because I did miss 28 whole days consecutively. I was not in school for 4 weeks. And, I just wasn't being a good student. But I made it out in the top 10%, y'all. So I am a high school graduate. College is another story. I ended up dropping out of that. I just don't like it. And that leads me into fact number 6. I hate school. I am probably, well, I won't say it that way. That's going to sound a little conceited. But I was going to say I'm probably like the greatest mind and the worst student. But the greatest mind sounds a bit, egotistical. So I'm just going to say, I could be like one of the best minds in the class, or, one of the smartest people in the class. But I'm probably going to be your worst student if I'm in the class. All of my teachers, it was either you loved me or you hated me. There was no kind of in between. I wasn't just there. You either love me or you hate me, because I'm not the student you think I would be. I don't live up to my potential like how teachers used to say, in middle school. I don't do my potential. or I don't meet my potential. And that's not to say I'm a slacker. I just hate school. I hate being forced to do anything. Like, I don't like institutionalized learning. I just like to do it on my own. Yeah. Institutional talk leads me into number 7. Don't make no mess, Jonah. Number 7 is I'm not a Christian. I don't do Jesus. I'm not a religious person. I probably will not have much in common with someone who is a devout Christian. I'm not trying to hear your sermons. I'm really not trying to hear about what Jesus does for you, because he's not real. And I just like to be truthful, and Jesus is not real. And I'm just not going to like the way the conversation is going if we're talking about something that is not real. And you're saying it's the reason why you have this and that and this and inner peace and, da-da-da. And you're talking about something that isn't real. So I don't do any religion, really. But I really don't do Christians and Christianity. I was trying to say I don't do Christianity, but Christians came out. Because it's not Christianity that I don't like. I guess it is the ideas and whatever that are, Christian based, but it's the people. Christianity doesn't judge people. The people judge people. So it's the Christians, and I just don't like it. If you're wondering what my, beliefs are, if you just need to know that I believe in something, I believe in the universe. And how my mom says is, "Ooh, the universe." I'm like, you say it like the universe ain't what you standing in. Like, people, they treat me like I'm like this gypsy, voodoo woman or something when I say I believe in the universe. But, I'm sitting in the universe right now. You're sitting in the universe right now, breathing its air, walking on its ground. Just you are living in the universe. You are the universe. You're made in its image. I don't really know any other way to explain it. So when people say, God and we're made in his image, in my mind, I guess I would equate the universe with God, but I don't, because I think our consciousness makes us God. The fact that of all living things, we're the ones who can control all the other living things. Like, we basically have control over even plants. Like, we have control over whether or not they continue growing. Just like deforestation. When they come and chop down all of the trees, and then there's erosion where roots can't, get down in there firmly, and forests can't continue to reproduce themselves. That's us. We're controlling that. And we're the only ones who can control basically every living thing. That consciousness is what makes us God. Yes, I do feel like people are God. We're created in the most magnificent things image. The universe is the most magnificent thing, and we're created in the universe's image. But the thing that sets us apart from every other thing is this consciousness. The fact, this mind power, what we call a mind, or some call the third eye, or whatever you want to call it. I think that's what makes us God. Like, we can think something and bring it into fruition. You don't have to pray for someone to do a miracle for you when you can have a thought. You can continue to focus on that thought. You can start seeing things around you that will bring you closer to that thought being a reality. You can start acting on it. And day by day, you can make that thing happen. That's God to me. That's creation. You have the powers of a creator. You are a creator. And that's all I'm going to say on that for this video. I'll have another one later. Number 8 of my 24 things about me. And I guess I wrote it because it comes right after this talk about, I'm not a Christian. I don't really do Jesus. Number 8 is I don't really do my family. And I hate the way it sounds because I am a family-oriented person. Like, I'm that person, I can't wait to have like the family portraits and wearing the geeky sweaters and like the big ugly Christmas sweaters and go Christmas caroling together, or something that's not holiday related. Just going on outings at the park, doing stuff together as a family, going to theme parks together, going to the mall on Saturdays dressed alike, just looking lame as hell, but being a family unit. That's what I want. I want stuff like that, but that's with my family. That's the family I get to choose, and the kids that I have, and the tribe that I build. As far as the ones I was given, I'll take a couple of replacements. Like if we could do like family trades, like how the NBA trades players, and we could just trade family members, I would love that. Because I can do without all the judgment and the just holier than thou's coming from people who ain't really did shit in life. And that sounds harsh, but it is what it is. On to number 9. I'm family oriented about the ones that I have. Number 9 is that I want 10 kids. Yes, you heard that right. I've been saying it for the longest. I want 10 kids. People who know me know that that's just what I want. But the only thing that's the difference between me saying I want 10 kids now and back in the day when I was a kid myself saying that I wanted 10 kids is that I've had a child now, and experiencing pregnancy, I'm just going to say that I want 10 kids, but I don't want to have all of them. I used to say that I wanted to have 5 and adopt 5. It's probably going to be more like have 2 or 3 and adopt 7 or 8. That's how it's going to be. I do want to adopt children. If not adopting children, I would like to at least do foster parenting so that I can be of use to a child, even if it's not permanent. I would still just like to be there to support and care for another child if their parent will not do it. That's later on down in life, though. I ain't worrying about 10 kids right now, because 24-year-old Nikki can't handle 10 telling you like it is. Number 10. The 3 things that I care about most, and that's my number 10, just the 3 things that I'm most passionate about, or the 3 causes that I would fight the hardest for, would be 1, early childhood education. I think between birth and 5 years old is the most important times of a child's learning life, their educational life. You can live for up to 80, 90 years old, but those first 5 years that you're here on this earth are pretty much going to determine everything else that you learn, or how your learning style is, how how curious you are, how willing you are to research. I think all of that starts at a really young age, and I'm very passionate about early childhood education. Even though I'm not trying to be like a teacher. No, they don't get paid enough. Number 2, my number 2 care for my number 10 out of 24 things about me is independent thought. And that's one of the reasons why I started my vlogging thing, or I started this vlog channel, The Nikki Knows Best, is because I want people to think for themselves. Just stop doing whatever anyone else tells you to do and just think for yourself. That's what I want. Stop following religion. Stop following, what he say, she say, he say, she say. Dang, that shit hard to say. He say, she say. Stop following it. Stop following what your mama say, what your daddy say, because you got to live for yourself. Everybody has to live for their own self. So independent thought is like the second most thing, I'm passionate about. And number 3 is just truth. It's so hard for people to just be truthful these days. Like, I don't get it. I don't have that problem. Like, I'm so truthful, I'll tell you when I lie. I'll be like, I'm lying. Yeah, correct myself or whatever. But like, really, I don't understand, the need to deceive people so much. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've never lied before, but like I just told you, like, whenever I lie, like, I'll be honest about it. Like, I will honestly tell you that I lied. Whatever. Just be truthful. Just be honest. Just go ahead and just do the right thing. Tell the truth. Be honest, because I am a human lie detector. And it freaks people out that I could tell when you're lying like that, but I can. So just don't try it. Not with me anyway. Just don't try it. Number 11, travel. I love to go places, and that's a bit ironic considering that I've only been to Georgia, Florida, and California. Of the 50 states, Georgia, Florida, and California. I've never been overseas, and 2014 was my first time getting on a plane. But I love to travel. I like going places I've never been before. I like to see things I've never seen before. I like to meet people I've never met before. I just like new experiences, and travel is the ultimate way to have new experiences. Because I very wholeheartedly believe that it's like impossible to step foot on every place on this green earth before you die. So there's always going to be somewhere new to explore, and travel is something that I really want to do. I'm into writing, so one day I would like to be like a travel writer. I would like for hotels to pay me to stay the night in their hotel just so I can write about it in a magazine. I would like to go on free safari trips just so I can write about it on a website. I would like to, fly private jets or fly coach or something just so I can, give an interview about it on some little, travel segment on a Today Show, on a morning show or something. I would love to do it, and I just like travel. Even if it's for not work related, I just like to go places. I don't care if it's like going to a small town and just walking up and down the street. If I've never been there before, I'm going to enjoy it because it's new stuff that I've never seen before, and that's just, I like new stuff. I like new surroundings. Number 12. And this is a little on the freaky side. And for the people who were tuning in to me talking about not being a Christian and not believing in Jesus, number 12 is especially for people like you, because I have what I like to call prophetic dreams. And Christians, they've heard the whole prophetic thing before, and so and so is ordained to be a prophet, or so and so is called from the Lord to be a prophet. And I don't believe in none of that. But I believe in these prophetic dreams I have. Like, since I was young, and it's as far back as I can remember, basically. It's as far back as I can remember. Whenever I have a dream that's so clear, so crystal clear, it's like HD picture. Everything is like, anything that I feel in the dream, I can feel it in real life. Or anything I smell or taste in the dream, I can smell it in real life. Whatever I feel it in real life, even after I wake up. When I have dreams like that, they usually happen within 24 hours to like 3 months. In high school, my cousin was pregnant, and the night before she had a miscarriage, I had the dream that her baby died. This was also in high school. A friend of mine, his little brother was shot, and I was there watching the shooting happen. Like, I watched when the person raised the gun from behind the car, when they pulled the trigger, looked up to where I saw the boy running, I saw the bullet hit him in the shoulder, and him fall and hit the ground. I saw it all in real life, but before I saw it in real life, I saw it in my dream like 2 nights before. And it's really freaky. Some people will be like, oh, I like to see stuff before it happened. Let me be the one to tell you, no, you wouldn't. Like, just like, okay, the latest one that's like fresh on my mind, about 6-7 months back, I told my mom that I dreamed that my uncle was gonna die, like my favorite uncle. And it's crazy because he had been like, he's been struggling with drugs and stuff or whatever in his lifetime. And if you were to ask anyone else, they would say that the drugs was going to be what was going to take him out, what was going to kill him. No, we get word a few months back that he has terminal cancer. Not the drugs that's going to take him, it's the cancer. And it was crazy to me, like, when I heard that, because I vividly, I remember the whole dream, and I woke up, I was like, yeah, my uncle, he about to die. He going to die. I dreamed he going to die. And from the way I was telling her, I'm pretty sure she knew the seriousness that I was saying, because she was like, well, like, pretty much, she knows her brother, so whatever. And then months later, come down and she tells us, yeah, Uncle so and so, he has cancer, terminal cancer, like stage 4 cancer, and they don't know how much longer he got left. And the first thing, like, when she came and told me and my sister that, my sister looked at me, she was like, you told mama what you dreamed about? Because I had told my sister too. And I was like, yeah, I told her before I told you that I dreamed he was gonna die. Like, it just happens. I didn't ask for it. I don't particularly want it, but I'm not gonna say that I don't want it. It's just a part of me. It's a part of who I am. And I say all that to say this, as far as like what I mentioned earlier about the Christians. I don't need Jesus. Like, when I'm talking about us being God because we can create, we are creators. Like, if I can see something in my dream and know it's gonna happen before it happens, like, and I don't believe in Jesus, I do not worship Jesus, I say very disrespectful things about Jesus, in the eyes of someone who believes in Jesus, is disrespectful. To me, it's just being truthful. But I do not believe in any of that. I'm not a religious person, but I still have that gift. So like, people, they want to make it seem like when you don't believe in whatever they believe in, that, you know, oh, well, that's why that happened to her, or that's why bad stuff happened to her, because she don't believe it. She better fall on her knees and pray. Every knee will pray, every mouth shall confess. And I don't pray or confess to anyone, but I still have these dreams that can happen. If I dream about something tonight, it could possibly happen tomorrow. And that's without me having a religion. Like, this world is so crazy. This earth is so crazy. The universe is amazing. I can't explain it. I don't try to explain it. It just is what it is. And I spend a lot of time on that. But anyway, on to fact number 13 about me is that I really don't have a respect for time. And I guess it just goes along with the whole, you know, honoring the universe and feeling like we're creators. I don't really care for the whole, oh, you have to be somewhere by 10 o'clock. Slow down. Life will go on if you miss your appointment. Like, this is how I try to conduct myself. I try to arrive 15 minutes early for business, and I can get there up to an hour late for something social. I really don't care. But business, you know, just because people want you to make a good impression, so I try to be on time for that, even though I don't care much for time. Like, if I need to come and see you in the morning, it's not, you don't have to schedule me something like at the crack of dawn for me to get up. I'm going to wake up around my regular time, around 6:37 anyway. I get up early in the morning anyway. And I'm just going to make it. Whenever I get to you, I get to you. Like, that's kind of how I feel about, you know, time or whatever. But it is what it is. Some people, they live and die by the clock. You know, deadlines. That's their thing. But I don't like restrictions like that. I'll see you when I see you. When I tell you I'm coming, I'm coming. And that's just what it is. Like, just take my word for it. I'll be there if I say I'm going to be there. I don't like to say, well, I'll be there in 20 minutes, because something will always come up that, you know, you'll hit every stoplight and end up being there 22 minutes later instead of 20 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? So I just, man's idea of time, I just don't care for it. Number 14. Even though I say I don't care for, I guess, the time on the clock and meeting deadlines and, you know, having my life set up for me in block schedules, my number 14 is that I want to retire by 30. So I still will quantify a goal. And my goal is to retire by 30. And I do think that I can do that. And I'll tell you why. It's because I am what I would like to call an internet entrepreneur. And that's a little vague for somebody who, because people already hear the word entrepreneur and they're like, oh, that just means you ain't got no job. No, it means that in about 5 or 10 years, I'll probably have more money than you can count. But anyway, retire by 30, and I want to do it on the internet. And I've been pretty successful. as far as like internet, entrepreneurship goes, and not having to go with the whole 5 links, wake up now, whatever network you're in, that you're on, that you want to sell other people on. No, that's not my thing. I think I can be successful without that, because that's not what I like to do. I don't care about it at all. When I think I was 12 years old when I started. Yeah, I think I was 12. I started doing surveys online, and a lot of them wouldn't pay me. They just give me like points that I could save up and redeem for other stuff or gift cards. But a lot of them did pay me. Well, not a lot, but many of them did pay me. Excuse me. Okay. Anyway. Woo! I'm having an attack of gas. But when I was 12, I started doing surveys, and they would pay me. Some would pay as little as like $10. Others would pay $50 if I gave them my opinion on something, or if they sent me a product and I tried it. Oh, okay. It's a movie. If they sent me a product and I tried it, they would pay up to like $100. I think 100 is the biggest check they ever cut for me, or one of these companies ever cut for me. But I'm like 12 years old, and I made the accounts in my mom's name and said that I was like the primary shopper in the household. So they were asking my opinion about these products on the shelves, and I was giving it to them as a consumer, and they would pay me for it. So I'm like 12 years old, having like $10, $15, $50, $75 checks sent to the house in my name. And yeah, I had to get a bank account and I'll get them cash. So I've had my own money since before I was legal to work in the United States. Then 3 or 4 days after I became legal to work in the state of Georgia, which is 16, I got my first job at McDonald's, like 3 or 4 days later. And I haven't been unemployed for longer than 3 months since then. Like, I'm very goal oriented. I know the arena that I'm working in, the internet, and like internet income opportunities, because I've been making money online since I was 12 years old. And my job now is an online job. I work from home. So I will retire by 30, and the internet will be the reason why. On to number 15, my current job. And I just talked about this in 14, so I'll just go ahead and tell you what I do. I'm a social media moderator. And what that means is I basically run the Facebook pages and the Instagram pages for companies. Like, I work with a internet marketing company based in Louisiana, and they have me doing social media moderation. They have several clients, and the clients, their biggest client is the account that I work on, that I first started working on. They have other smaller clients that I may, help with every now and then. But that biggest one, that's what I was hired initially to help with. And that's just what I've been doing, social media moderating. I control Facebook pages. I respond on Instagram. Like, that's what I do. Control Facebook and Instagram pages. So when you see people like, if you want to get paid to be on Facebook or paid on Instagram, call me at so-and-so or shoot me an inbox. They're going to try to sell you one of that 5 links or Wake Up Now or some other bull. Nah, I really get paid to be on Facebook and on Instagram all day. Not even all day. Like, they want me to work from 10 to 7. So from Monday to Friday, 10 to 7, if someone leaves a comment or, asks a question or so-and-so on the Facebook or Instagram accounts, other ones too, there's Twitter. We do, we reply to tweets too, and share things on Google Plus and on YouTube. Do that too, but the biggest ones is Facebook and Instagram for the clients that I work with. And I respond. I just keep this stuff updated. I keep the answers, I keep the questions answered, and that's pretty much my job. Really cool, right? I know. Number 16. Number 16 is, I just have OCD written out beside it because actually it was About 6 months after Jonah was born, I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder. And I don't think the therapist who diagnosed me is the smartest man in the world. I really don't. But I do think that he's onto something when he's saying that I have OCD. And the most important thing that I want people to know watching this is that OCD does not mean what it's shown all the time on TV. That's not what it is. Like, when people hear OCD, they automatically think of like the TV show Monk, when Tony Shalhoub is just like, cleaning stuff all the time. Oh no, don't touch me. There are people who are like that, and I like things to be in a certain order. I like things to be, clean, and I don't like to see like mold or like dirt and stuff like that. But OCD is more. It's much more than just cleaning. It's more about your patterns. Like, I'm very much so comforted by patterns, by consistency, and everyone is, comforted by consistency and patterns, but a person with OCD is a lot more extreme. Like, I'm constantly observing and watching people, and one step out of your normal routine or being inconsistent, and I'm just like, pshoo, I'm out of there. Like, I don't want to be around someone who's not inconsistent, and I hate for it to sound that way because I'm a human. I make mistakes. I have inconsistencies myself, but it is what it is. Like, if I have all my papers folded hot dog style to the right, don't come in hamburger fold and sit it on top of my pile of papers folded hot dog style to the right, because I'm gonna go off. If I don't go off, I'm gonna hold it, and I'm gonna secretly hate you. And every time you come and talk to me, you're going to think I have an attitude, but I just secretly hate you because you folded that sheet of paper hamburger style in my pile of hot dog folded to the right papers. That's how I am, and it's OCD. And it took a lot of therapy sessions and pulling it out of me to get it, but, we'll figure it out. Hello? Hello? Maxwell speaking? Okay, can you call back later? Just, I don't even know, this evening. Give me about an hour. Alrighty, thank you. Sorry about that, y'all. Anyway, so yeah, that's OCD. It's not just cleaning all the time. It's having patterns. And some people, they can't walk past a light switch without clicking it a couple of times. Me, I have this thing where I take my thumb and I draw. You see these lines on my nails? Like, every day, I just do like this on all my fingers. And go to the other hand. And I have to keep doing it. Like, even off camera, I'm still doing it. Like, stuff like that. It's just habits and patterns, and it's really a nervous thing. Like, my nerves are shot to death. It's probably a lot more than just OCD up in here going on. But I'm just going to take that OCD and I'm going to run with it because I'm a functioning OCD. Not bad enough where I have to stay on meds all the time. I could probably roll up real quick and be cool. I'll calm down if somebody pisses me off for putting their hamburger folded paper and my stack of hot dog folded to the right. But anyway. Number 17, I'm cheap. I am cheap. I spend a lot of money, but I'm cheap. And when I say cheap, I mean like anything that you see me in that's name brand probably came from Goodwill. And it's not to say that I can't buy things that are name brand, is that I won't. Why? If Goodwill got it, especially when one of them colors, the color tags, when you get half off for that day, why not? Well, I don't get it. And I started being like this when I worked at Goodwill. I worked at Goodwill for a good 4 or 5 months. And my goodness, when I seen the kind of stuff that comes through there and the kind of people that come through there, it was over for me. I out thrift everything. I go to yard sales. I get up early Saturday morning and go to yard sales. I shop for, discount stuff, refurbished stuff online. I go to thrift stores. And I recently moved to Jacksonville, and I'm having a ball here with all the thrift stores. I found one, the Betty Griffin House. I think it's for women that are victims of domestic abuse. So I get to spend my little cheap dollars, and they going somewhere. They going to a cause. But yeah, I'm cheap, y'all. If I like nice stuff, but if I can get it for the LO, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't pay full price for basically anything. I really don't. Yeah, I like discounts. I have Connect Game. I'll find a connection. I'm gonna find a coupon or something, some kind of way to get a discount, because I do not like paying full price for anything. I like my money to stretch as long as it can. And that's one of the reasons I'm going to retire by 30, believe it or not. Because when I worked at Goodwill, the one thing I noticed is that the most people who come through Goodwill are like older white women who have a lot of money. Like, I would be working and I look out in the parking lot and it's full of Audis and Benzes and Saabs and like BMWs. I'm like, who? You would think that, like, you going into a luxury department store or something. No, at the Goodwill. The women with the money, or with the husbands with the money, they shop at the Goodwill. The people who have money, they're cheap. They keep their coins and they reinvest it. And that's what I do. Material stuff, I'm not paying full price for. Something business related that I can invest in myself, I'll pay full price for it. But other than that, the Goodwill, let me find a good Salvation Army somewhere. Or we just gonna go yard sale hunting on Saturday in your hood. But I'm not paying full price for it. All right, 18. 18 coming after number 17 is that I like free stuff. And I know how to get free stuff. I have not paid for a magazine in the longest, but I have subscriptions. I have like 3 or 4 subscriptions coming to my house at any given moment. Like Black Enterprise, Ebony, People. It don't be no crappy magazines either. It don't be the little stuff that no one ever buys out of the store. It's like big names, stuff that everyone knows. Essence, everything. I've had all kind of magazines. I've even had Time. Like I've had a magazine subscription to at least 3 or 4 different, content providers every year since like college, since I graduated high school, since my first year of college or whatever. And that's when I really found out, how to just find free stuff like online. One of the first websites was like thunderfap.com, and they've changed it. But if you type in thunderfap, F-A-P, thunder, F-A-P.com, it'll redirect you to the new website where you can find freebies and stuff. And I'll probably do another video on later on down the line talking about where you can go to get free stuff, because this is what I do. I don't like to pay for nothing, like I just said. So I like free stuff and I know how to get it. And I can help you find some too. Okay. Number 19. I have a 3-year-old who you've seen me talking to periodically through this video. Oh, you know what? I don't have a 3-year-old. I have a 2-year-old. And that's not even what my number 19 fact is about. My number 19 fact is about my 3-year-old brother. Yes, I'm 24 years old and I have a 3-year-old brother. And that's not the worst of it. Well, I'm not going to say worst. That's not the funniest part. I have a 3-year-old brother, and that 3-year-old brother has a newborn little brother. Meaning I have a newborn little brother at 24 years old. So you just don't have newborn siblings at 24. Maybe at 14. Surely at 4. You have a newborn, little sister coming right behind you 4 years. I've seen people who are 14 and their parents have a new child. That's a little beyond me why you wait so long to start over. But none of my business, right? No, y'all. My daddy, old Rolling Stone, I love him to death. He has a newborn. I am 24. My dad is 64. My little brothers are 3 and 0. Like I have a newborn little brother, and it trips me out. It really does trip me out, because my dad, he's still going. Of course his age is slowing him down, but he's still going, still kicking, still running behind toddlers and babies. He gonna be doing He gonna be doing that for another 3 or 4 years at least. So more power to him. It keep him young. How he say it is, the Bible say, be fruitful and multiply. I don't believe in the Bible, but hey, be fruitful and multiply. If you can take care of them, do it. And you know, he always have the 3-year-old with him. And he gonna have my little brother with him, the newborn with him all the time too. So if you can take care of them, more power to you. And they just as cute and chocolatey little babies. And I'm not just saying that because they're my brothers. They really are cute. But I'm glad that he had little boys, because I'm still the baby girl. I'm 24 and I'm still his youngest girl. He has 2 girls older than me, and I have 3 brothers younger than me. But yeah, I'm still my dad's baby girl, so I get to keep that title. All right, number 20. I am musically inclined. And when I was thinking of a way to say it, I was like, well, should I just say it? Well, I can sing, or I can freestyle, or I can rap. I'm just going to say no, I'm musically inclined. That meaning, if you sit me in the studio and ask me to write a hook to sing, I'm going to give you a good hook. And it's going to sound good. If you sit me in the studio and give me a nice beat, tell me to write, a verse over it, I'm going to give you a nice verse, and it's going to be nice. And it doesn't have to be rap. I can write for any genre of music. Writing is what I do, basically. I can write pretty much any genre of music. I can sing pretty much any genre of music. I can rap about any topic, basically. I freestyle better than most girls. I have not tried to hone this skill because at 24 and being black, I'm sick and tired of the mixtape artists and everybody saying that they want to be a singer or rapper or entertainer. And there's just so much more to me than that. So if I ever do get in the music business, it'll be after I blow up for something else. I already have made a name and a couple of dollars for myself doing something else, and then I'll go into music because I just have time on my hands. And retiring by 30, with time on my hands, who knows, I can finally have that band I always wanted, because I did always say I wanted to be in a band. And I'm learning how to play the guitar now. Her name is Vix. Yes, like Vixen. Her name is Vix. It's a black guitar, and I'm learning how to play acoustic. Yes. So I may show y'all a little something. I may give y'all a little sample, a little taste, either of singing, freestyling, rapping, playing the guitar, whatever. Just proof that I am, in fact, musically inclined and not just talking. Number 21. We're getting on to the end, y'all. I didn't mean to take up almost an hour. I've been talking a long time, and hopefully y'all been sticking in there. If you stick with me throughout this whole video, number 1, you have a good attention span. You have a great attention span. Number 2, I thank you, because just sitting here talking, I don't think I'm interesting enough to listen to this long. But if you listen to me this long, I thank you. I really do appreciate you. And you just let me know what kind of videos you want to see, and I'll make it happen for you. Just because you watched this one and it's kind of long. Yeah. And that just made it longer. Okay, number 21. I don't want to get married. I don't. And it's funny because I wear this. I wear this ring all the time because I don't want people to approach me. I don't want to be approached by guys. So if I am approached by a guy, I just can't have friends, y'all. I'm married. I'm wifey. But I don't want to be married. I think my biggest reason is because after researching marriage and just really getting to the origin of marriage, none of the original reasons why people got married are anything that apply to me today. And I'm all for independent thought. I've told y'all, I'm all for thinking for myself, doing things my own way, not doing things because I'm told to, but doing it because I want to. And to get married, I feel like I would be doing something because I've been told to. I've just been mentally conditioned to think that women are supposed to be married or are supposed to aspire to marriage. And I don't want to. I don't need, any financial. I would like some financial assistance, but I do not need any financial assistance. Like, a guy never has to worry about me not signing a prenup or any of that, because I just don't care about it. I don't care about your little dollars. Take them on somewhere else. If you ain't breaking bread freely, I don't want it no ways. Because I don't like nobody who like to hang stuff over my head. So if you ain't gonna just throw off them Benjamins and count them off real nice and politely and generously, I don't even want it, brother. So yeah, I mean, the financial need is not there. I don't care about putting my family higher up on any socioeconomic, ladder, marrying up into a higher class. I don't care about any of that. And really the thing that got me is that marriage was the way for women to control their men, because they could not, men are visual creatures. They googly eyes and follow behind anything that look good. A nice little round tail, little small waist, and you're going to have a couple of men that got women following behind you. You're going to have a couple cheaters on your tail. And women used to, go through this legal procedure, marriage, to keep their men on lock. And I don't want to cuff no brother. I ain't in the business of keeping no man that don't want to be kept. So if you don't just want to be here with me and love me and respect me and treat me like a man would treat his wife, just let me be your goddess. Like, pretty much worship the ground I walk on. Because I would do that for my king. You know what I'm saying? And not worshiping him, but exalting that person, because that's mine. That's who we are. That's our tribe together. I want to have a real connection, a real relationship, or real love, but I do not want to get married. I would like monogamy, but I do not want to get married. I would like a nice reception or party, but I don't want to get married. I still watch Say Yes to the Dress, but I don't want to get married. So yeah. Number 22, I'm an onion. And I know you've probably heard that by now. She's an onion. You have to peel back the layers to get to the real heart of it. And I'm a hard softie. Hey, boo. Okay, I see. Cute. It's so cute. Oh, you're my baby. You're so cute. Okay, I'm an onion, and that right there is just a widow. Oh, he got this little toy and it sings a song, and we are happy nappers, happy nappers. This is his little toy.
Daddy.
That's mommy.
Daddy.
That's mommy.
Daddy. Mama.
That's mommy. Okay, you wanna play and let mommy finish? Okay. But yeah, I'm a hard softie, as you can see, just looking at my baby. He's so cute. And I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm that person, like, I hate to show it because people take advantage of it. But I swear I'm the softest person on the inside. It takes that long to get me to cry. If it's something that's really emotional, something worth crying about. Don't think you're gonna come bully me and I'm gonna start crying, because shit ain't going down that way. But it don't take long for me to cry. Like, happy moments and sad things. Like, I really empathize with people. So I'm an onion. Once you peel back the layers, you see the real me, and I am a very soft-hearted person. Number 23 is my relationship status. And yes, if you were wondering, I am in a relationship. It's a long-distance relationship, and it's hard. It's really hard. Because, like I just explained, I'm a hopeless romantic, and I want someone here with me. Like, I want to hug. I want to be hugged and held and caressed, and, cute little walk past me and grab my waist and kiss me on the cheek and stuff like that. I like it. I love it. I like showing love. I like being in love. I like having love. I like to feel love. And you miss out on a lot of that when you're in a long distance relationship. It's a lot of hard work, but I feel like every moment is worth it. I really do feel like it's worth it. And even at the hardest times, like, because today, look at him, little piece of head. Look at him, so sweet, he's so cute. Okay. Even like today, he pissed me off today. Jonah. Like, he pissed me off today, and I don't even know if I'm still mad or not. But I love him. That's all to it. And yeah, that's I'm in a relationship, and that leads to number 24. The big news. I have to hurry up and make this quick because my computer is going to die in 12 minutes. The big news is I am expecting. Me and the guy that I just talked about loving so much, and he pissed me off today, and it's probably these hormones because I'm in my second trimester. My second trimester was the first day of August. Yeah, we're expecting. We have not found out the gender yet, but hopefully in the next 3 or 4 weeks we will know. We're hoping for a girl. It's really hard because, like I said, I'm in a long distance relationship. He's currently in Colombia playing basketball, and I'm here in Jacksonville playing mommy. And it's hard. It's emotionally draining. It's physically draining. I had a terrible first trimester with vomiting everywhere and nausea all the time. But I made it through, and I'm in the second trimester, and we're happy. We're happy. Jonah's gonna be your brother. And I'm gonna be a mommy again. And I'm happy about it. And I hope y'all enjoyed this almost an hour-long conversation or hour-long monologue, because I just been talking. But I gave y'all a little reason to get to know me. These 24 facts hopefully sparked your interest to learn more about me. And I love to learn more about you. I'll be posting more vlogs on Nikki Knows Best. Hopefully, now that you've kind of got a peek into my mind, you'll believe me when I say Nikki Knows Best. And you'll watch my video blogs because you know that I'm not just talking about foolishness, but, you know, really coming with some real talk and just being open and honest and expressing myself. And say bye, Jonah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We'll see y'all in the next video.